Hi everybody, back at UVA for Broadway Talks Back. We're actually here in the West End today, which is really exciting. So I have some members of Waitress in London.
Hi.
So you guys want to just introduce yourself and say like what track you do.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I am in the ensemble.
I'm Sarah and I'm a swing.
I'm Pete and I play Earl.
Great, so we're just going to ask some questions today as we always do, and most of you know Waitress already, so I don't have to give the synopsis of the show. So if you guys just want to give your background on either how you got into theater and then like how that pivoted you into being in Waitress.
So for me, I came from a church background, grew up singing in church, wanted to go into a drama school and I never got into a drama school. So I did loads of open auditions and gigged, worked as a waitress for like 4 years, and then got really lucky with a Disney audition, and then that just kind of launched me into musical theatre.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's not really like a musical theatre thing in Ireland bar going to like stage school, so it's not like a job to people. So when I was kind of like, oh, I'm going to go to England and do this, people are kind of like, okay, like that's not really a job.
Yeah.
But it is here, thank God. So so I moved over after school and I trained in Essex, so I didn't train in Ireland. I moved over to train here, and just kind of kicked off that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
What did I do? I started doing lots of amateur dramatics, musical theatre when I was younger, from the age of like 9, and then I went to university and trained as a classical singer when I was younger.
Does he get like subtitles for this?
Yeah, there you go.
Says the
You're
Irish.
an Irish.
I think Americans are more familiar with Irish accents to be
Really?
fair, so like,
Well, you should
although
come
I mean, if you go down the
because no, I'm
being like
sorry. Then
you're-
I went to RADA and then graduated with 6 years.
6
And
years
now
now.
I'm here, yeah.
My God, we're all
I
so
know.
old.
I
That's
moistened
awesome.
right
Me.
I
here.
graduated.
I'm young.
Yeah, I know. But
I mean, I'm like a third year in college, so I'm still got one more year to go.
Loving it.
God.
Yeah.
Make the most of it before the real world hits.
And that's why I'm
God.
studying abroad. Like, had to go to Ireland for a semester, so you know, having
That's
a good
good
time,
times
jetting
there.
around. So if you guys can talk a little bit about your process, like auditioning, getting into Waitress, and like what that was like.
So my first audition, I wasn't actually going to get seen for Waitress at all.
Oh.
And I called my agent and I was like, I need to be seen for this. Like, I want to do the show so bad. So I was obsessed with the soundtrack. And she got me an audition, and it was like a 2-month process, I think. And I was doing Dreamgirls at the time, so I was in like before the show. And it was really fun. It was really a creative audition process. But yeah, and then found out and lost my shit.
I did too.
Yeah.
It was one of those, I wasn't supposed to get seen either. They were like, oh, we don't know where you fit. And I was like, well, I knew that I would love to be covered for both Jenna and Dawn, which is what I do. And I've been a swing before and I really enjoyed it. So that was my goal to go in. But I think it was one of those jobs where, you know, there was so many thousands of people auditioning. If you can just get through a few rounds, you can be at least chuffed with yourself, you know. But then every round you kind of, you got a recall and you got another recall and you're like, oh God, now I really want it. And now, because it's been like, coming to London for so many years. If you're like, when's it coming? So I think it was kind of like a job that I really wanted to get, but I didn't want to like get my hopes up too much. But then they rang me when I was in rehearsals for a gig I was doing in South North America, and I was just, again, absolutely lost my shit. I was in the gym actually, and people were like, is she okay? And I was like, it was cool though, it was really good. Yeah, it was great. I was absolutely
awesome.
chuffed. So,
Yeah, that's great.
I was 100%, believe it or not.
I get off the job.
I 100% did not get off the job. No, I just came along as an audition and I was very aware of it, but I was like, I'm just not going to get that. It's a big West End job, I'm just not going to be me. And then it kept on going through the rounds and eventually got through 4 rounds and then got it, which was really lovely. I think they're looking...
did 4?
Maybe 5, I can't remember.
Like
It was long.
7 or 8.
Very long, but then I remember turning up to the first audition going, maybe I'll give a kind of a hint of the character, and I've now realised that essentially I just wear what Earl wears, so they must have seen me coming going, oh, that guy, cool, he wears those clothes. But yeah, it's been an absolute joy to be involved in.
That's great.
But a bit mental in the first edition. The fandom behind it is mental.
Yeah.
Even in the audition process,
Yeah.
like who goes up for it, everybody seemed to go up for it. So.
But they were really nice to audition for it. Like a solid panel.
Yeah.
Each time you went in, you met new faces.
Yeah.
And by the time you got to your final, there were so many people on the panel, and they were all so lovely. Like each round brought something different, and like I loved the choreography day as well. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And we all kind of workshopped together.
Well, I mean, Earl,
that was
you know,
really nice.
nobody
Exactly.
danced
Why
for
would you
Earl,
put
so
through
you're
Errol
okay.
for a dance break?
I mean, that's fair.
For our entertainment, I think.
Yeah.
It was the way
Yeah.
to say that. It was good. You were very good.
I remember
Good
the
job.
final of Waitress. This is so like this doesn't happen in auditions, and Sarah and Diane came into the room with everyone. They just thanked us for being there,
Wow.
and that doesn't happen like
No.
at all. So from then on, we were just like, if we don't get it, then we've had this amazing experience. And
Right.
Waitress is amazing. To get this far is amazing. So yeah, the process has just been so cool.
That's awesome. Have you guys seen the show like in America or?
No, I'd never seen it. So it was just kind of like grasping what you can from online.
Yeah.
Obviously there is the reference of the film,
Right.
which is what it's
course.
based on. So they quite like us to go to that as well, to have a look, to see, because there's moments, you can only put so much into a musical as well, so there's moments that you can grasp from the film to put into your music. Like let's say for instance you're doing a Jenna track or something, and you can't get all the references into a musical, so you have to go to the film so you know what's going on in here, just so
Right.
then you can hopefully get it out to the audience, but it's not something you can maybe put into the script or something. But
That makes
it's
sense.
good to have all the different kinds of research, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's nice to have. It's a good reference. So
I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's what I've heard. So
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've seen Waitress enough times, the musical. So
It's
I feel like I
time.
should see the movie.
It's time. You gotta
After
watch it.
tonight, time 11.
My brother's wife actually was their first date. They went to see Waitress.
Wow.
the
No.
film, the film. And it was like,
That's
Waitress,
so-
that rings a bell. And it was their first date.
That's mad.
That was like
Aw.
15 years or whatever it was. Yeah.
Circle.
Wow.
That's so
yeah. That's a meta.
Meta, what is that?
It's like how do you do you know what I'm saying?
I know
so
what you're
meta.
saying.
It's like very like
It should have happened, or I can't. It's hard.
it's like it
It's always those
interrelates like
stupid-
really strangely.
Oh, okay.
Like the first time I saw Waitress, I saw like Henry Gottfried as Dr. Pomander, and then the last time I saw it, he was in the audience with me. Like that's like meta.
Like,
Like it's like that.
I
Like
I'm
I
so
don't know
like
what
this is
that's
weird. Like
I love
yeah,
that.
This
That
is
is
a
so
lot of
meta.
people in America. It's like saying like bet, like we say that a lot, or yeet, things like that. Really ridiculous. Yeet.
We'll just start saying those words
Meta.
and people are like,
I'm
And
gonna
you're
start
like,
saying
what?
it.
You can just say it. It doesn't have to be right
Meta.
if they don't know what you're
Meta.
saying.
That's
Like, cool.
come in. Sorry, I don't know who that is. Hello? Hi, hi.
It's straight back.
It was a dream. Come on in and say hi. We're doing an interview. Come in, Finn.
Hi.
Come in. Come in.
I've made fajitas.
Oh,
Bring it
Okay,
in.
for 1 second,
I thought
sorry.
you were
Come in,
happy.
come in.
come in,
Just say
come
hi.
on camera.
He was playing old jokes that you'll be seeing inside. This
Oh
is
my God,
Stephen
exciting.
Dream Bear Leask, as we call him. Come in and say hi. He usually plays Hal. Come in and say hi.
Hal.
Come in. Stop wasting time. Come in.
Oh,
We can
Oh.
scooch.
What?
Join the interview.
I thought you were having food, so I
No.
thought, what, can I bring my fajitas?
Oh, look at his grey hair. He looks
This is
great.
amazing. I'll spray paint it.
He usually plays Cal, but
Oh,
he's
that's
now
the
playing
secret.
old Joe tonight.
Yes, because then okay, yeah.
So
I've seen
yeah,
that like one.
he likes if you refer to him as Dream Bear.
I think he's playing Lulu tomorrow. But
Oh yeah, that's a good track.
Yeah.
Hi, he came in for dinner. Look at his
Dream
face.
Bear.
Like, what just
I just
happened?
want to eat us.
Hi.
No, it's okay.
Get out.
Bye, Dream Bear.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, Dream
Very
Bear.
sociable cast.
Amazing. I mean, original.
Sorry,
This is the
this-
magic of the West End, right?
This building is
It's good.
Yeah, it's just like this. Here.
I
We're in the
mean,
open room as well. Usually the doors open, people just come in.
You
and
have
out.
a lot more space, so you know
You-
people can actually do that versus.
We're quite a sociable cast, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like
We love
really
each
easy to
other.
like come together? Like, is everybody pretty close?
Oh my
Just-
God.
Instantly, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
everyone's
awesome.
really sound, but like not just the cast. It's like
Yeah.
crew, sound, band.
It was quite a challenging 3 weeks to kind of get it up and running. It's a huge show, and I think everyone had to band together very quickly.
You only had 3 weeks.
Yeah, and there was times where people had to go away for other kind of work
wow.
commitments and things like
Okay.
that. So actually, I think we all had to kind of the camaraderie come
Right.
very very quickly,
Yeah.
and the tech preview kind of period was quite intense as well. So I think the support was very important. So
Yeah. To go through something that intense, that quick, and
Yeah.
everything, it does really
yeah.
bond people
Mm.
together.
I mean, I know people were thrilled when it got announced that it was coming over here, though. So, and I saw you guys just extended. So, congrats.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Thanks.
Everybody hopefully will just keep coming back.
Yeah,
like they do on Broadway.
Definitely, yeah.
Come see you, Waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. So Pete, I want to ask you a little bit about. So you play Earl. For
Mm.
people who have not seen the show, Earl is not a great guy.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
Amazing
sure.
guy.
Amazing actor that plays him, but character questionable. But having seen it before on Broadway, you know, Earl gets booed, you know, things like that. So how do you deal with, like, maybe people aren't so nice to you at curtain call or stage door, or, like, does that happen very often, or?
Yeah, I suppose it's a strange sensation where it's such a feel-good show and everyone's fun and having a good laugh, and then old Earl turns up and it turns a bit grey. So it has been a bit weird, actually. Yeah, it's a weird. It's not quite a boo, but it's not quite a clap. So it's just kind of strange.
Yeah.
Just like, ah. My friend saw the show a couple of weeks ago. She went to applaud as I came on, and this person just turns around.
Oh, jeez.
What are you doing? He's like, clap, my friend. So it's a weird one, but it's fun. Like all the people can stay behind, and we do a line of kind of autographs and stuff, and everyone's super sweet. So
Okay.
it's a nice opportunity to kind of go. That's not me.
Right.
Yeah, you were watching musical.
Yeah, but it's important for the story, and he's definitely there to kind of facilitate the empowerment of Jenna and whatnot. So, yes.
Yeah.
Every light has to have some dark shades.
Of course. And then at the end, everybody's so happy when he leaves. So.
Yeah.
So thrilling.
I think he just needs to set up a wee pie shop himself. To be honest.
Oh, there you go. If he just had more pie, maybe he'd be a little bit nicer.
That's right.
He's not the only bad guy. People always think Dr. Pounder is nice. He's not. He's a bad person.
That's
morally
fair.
and ethically
He's
wrong.
a bad. He is funny, but he's
Everyone's
he's
choosing a
bad.
partner.
On clip.
There's some bad,
There you go.
bad decisions made in music.
Yeah.
Sure, there are.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
overall,
But we sing a song about it, so that's okay.
Yeah, and it's the best song in the show.
Steven.
Yeah. This might be one of the best interviews
So
far.
sorry.
Very
Sorry.
well.
This is great. Like
we should put
We're
a
really serious. We're very.
clearly very
Yeah.
serious. Take their craft very seriously. No, I mean this is the
Between
fun
half
stuff.
7 and 10 we do, but
And then
Any other time?
And even then as well.
yeah, even then,
yeah.
no, I'm joking.
That's all right. Well, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about The Voice.
Yeah.
This is the voice.
Yes.
What was that like? Like, how was that whole experience like being on like Jennifer Hudson's team? Like, yeah,
It was crazy.
that's insane.
Like, so for me, it started back in April last year. That was
Okay.
when my first audition was. So I was doing Dreamgirls and balancing the two. And then when I got this, I was like, oh no, now I'm gonna have to like do that as well. It was crazy. It was like the best and like the most stressful journey I've ever been on.
yeah.
But like learned so much about myself. Jennifer was a dream
That's
to work
awesome.
with. Yeah, she was so lovely and so.
Dream girl.
I was going to say that, and
Sorry.
I had to stop
Sorry.
to that.
Sorry, I couldn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She can be difficult.
She's so difficult. You were gonna make the same thing. She's the worst. Yeah, no, she was amazing to work with, and like it was a dream come true for me. Dream come true for me.
You said it.
Because we have that Dreamgirls connection, and I looked up to her.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Let's get some singing in here.
Yeah.
That'll be really good. That'll be the promo.
So sorry.
But yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and like I've looked up to her my whole life, so to get
That's
to work
awesome.
with her was.
Has she come to the show?
She hasn't, but she wanted to come to Dreamgirls, but she was filming Cats at the time.
Oh, okay.
So she sent me a really cute message and was like,
Aw.
I wish I could be there, but I can't.
Maybe she'll come to Waitress.
Maybe. I know she's back in America for like Cats
Okay.
press, so. we'll
Oh
see.
yeah, that's gonna be
Fingers
interesting.
If you're watching,
Yeah.
come see it. Waitress.
Oh, plug.
Well, if you guys just want to give us, speaking of fun, like maybe like a fun backstage story or like a fun mishap on stage or something, I always like to bring these up.
Well, we do actually. What is quite nice is Marisha, who plays Becky, has started this beautiful thing. Did she do it at Dreamgirls?
Prayer Circle, she did it at the last day.
Oh, on the last day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did it on the first day, which we call prayer circle at beginners. So everyone goes down at beginners and we do prayer circle.
Okay.
And she obviously did the last day Dreamgirls. She actually started on day 1 here, and it just kind of
Yeah.
naturally happened where we do it every show now, and we all we like do a different pie, and we just chat about things
In
that are
regards to
going
faith,
on.
yeah, it's just an opportunity just to check in and make
Yeah.
sure everyone's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
on
not
the same
like
wavelength and whatnot.
yeah, exactly. If someone's going through stuff, just be like, oh, can I have a bit more love today, or can I have a bit, or if we have a new cover on, we're all like, come on, let's give them all the strength we have, or if there's something particular going on that we've been doing that day, we talk about it and we just kind of all do a few breathing exercises together and just kind of get ourselves in show mode. So that's quite a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much happens.
There was one
Pie
fairly
day.
early on, Piegate.
Piegate.
And
Piegate.
I'm
gosh.
sitting in the coming to the diner for my first scene, and I realised something's not quite right, because you get into kind of rhythms of things. I'm like, something's not quite right here. It's not Pie and Kat, who plays Jenna. You just saw kind of fear in her eyes only when you're that close, and I just sat down, and she's supposed to place this pie in front of me, and I'm supposed to say, damn, this is really tasty, and it kind of leads into the first kind of tableau moment of my husband's a jerk chicken hot pie.
Yeah.
And there's no pie that's it, so she doesn't have a pie, and it just goes on for about what feels like 2 hours of her going,
She was so smooth about it. She just looked at the audience and she goes, we can't do this bit without a pie, so we have to wait for the pie.
And then Sean, who plays Joe, tried to get a pie, and it was a fake pie, and the pie didn't work, and then another pie came on, and it just kept on going on and on and on. So it felt like an eternity, but it probably was, I don't know, 30 seconds.
It was long. It was long. Because I was on for you that day, and I was waiting to do the jerk chicken pot pie in
Right.
I was just like, when you're just watching it all happening, you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you right now, but I can't do anything. But yeah, I mean, it was handled well enough, but it was a preview, so it was like...
Yeah, but we've now realised the choreography of all the props.
We do have some spares hidden around the place of
smart.
like chicken pot pies and
Yeah.
other pies in the bag. It's usually a pie, to be fair.
But that's the one that you have to like actually eat it.
Oh, it's an
right?
actual easy one, yeah. So when the fake one came on, I'm supposed to say, it's like, damn, it's tasty. So it's like...
How's the southern accent? How fun is that?
Awful. Yeah. Someone actually asked me when I got it, they said, oh, so you're playing the abusive husband? And I was like, yeah. He's like, are you doing it Scots? I was like, no. In a small town in America, like, there's Scots. Like,
Yeah, that
who's
probably
this
wouldn't
mental
fly.
Scotsman that's appeared?
The only one who could probably pull off an accent, I feel like, is Dr. Pomander. Because you could just change, like, I know when Jason Mraz came in the show, they just changed where he was from.
Oh, yeah, he's
because
doing
they wanted
Jamaican.
to.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if someone came in...
Does he have an accent? Where's he from?
No, he has, like, he's just from the Midwest, but they changed just because it was him. Like, he flew all the way in, or, like, where is he from? And they were like, Denver, or Boulder,
Okay,
Colorado,
right.
instead
Oh, right, cool.
of Connecticut.
Did you say Jamaica?
So-
That's why I said Dave's doing Jamaican.
Dave's
You're
doing
not seeing it yet, have you?
Oh god.
He's
I'm
doing-
seeing it literally tonight.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
he's
seeing the
amazing.
7:30 show. We will literally be front and center, so you cannot avoid us anymore.
Boom! Big cheers
I'm
at the end.
bad. Yeah.
Well, I think to finish out, I will just ask, what is your favorite song in the show? Like, give me like a 30-second, like, whether it's like because of the
To do or to
choreography you're
watch?
singing,
Oh, yeah.
either. That's probably a hard one.
You're probably thinking of Errol's song, right?
That's
am
the
actually.
first one
The
that
best
I
one.
do.
Yes.
It's the only
It's my
song
favourite
I
song.
skip on the soundtrack.
No!
I used to skip Take It From an Old Man,
Yeah.
That one's cute.
but now doing it, it's like my favourite song.
Yeah, they all,
so that's my
it's
favourite.
amazing.
Yeah, it all
You
just kind of
do,
suits.
and everyone sings it slightly different over here, so it's kind of it brings nuances to each song.
I'm really excited. I've only seen the Broadway production, so I'm really excited to see a different
Yeah.
production.
I feel like it's a different. A lot of
I
people
think it
said
will have a
that.
different
lot of Americans have
vibe.
come over who've seen it. So it feels like a very different production.
That's
It's
exciting.
like a
In a
fresh,
good way.
different take,
Yeah,
I think.
in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're like there's a different culture over here as well. The way we might approach things or whatever is different. Yeah. Personally, for me, I love doing what baking can do as Jenna. Because you get to like actually you're like in your story and everything, but you get to do some baking and you're like, decorating pies and just trying to catch the lemon because that's just not I can't catch.
Oh yeah.
Not good. It's so bad. But yeah, I love that. And I cover Don, so when he sees me, is a mountain and a half, but it's unreal.
Quick side question about what Bacon can do, because
Yes.
that's also my favorite song on the show. At the ending,
Yeah.
where she does the happy I am, do you guys all do the up thing that goes up to like a D? Is that like,
Me.
because they've done it in like all the Broadway productions recently. Yeah.
Yeah, me
that
and
one.
Catherine do it. I
love
haven't
that.
heard. I would say Liv would do it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liv is
Okay.
the other cover for Dawn and Jenna as well. We're Team John, as we call ourselves.
You can't help. I mean, she used to be mine. Can't like
Yeah.
slays everything.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You can't. You think you'd get bored of hearing it about 150 times, but it's just amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
Especially live. It's quite something.
Oh, I like the finale. It's not finale. The bows.
Yeah, the bows is really
Yeah.
I
fun.
love singing in the bows because
Yeah.
you look out into the audience, you can see everyone like dancing and
Oh yeah.
smiling and crying and like wiping tears. So
That will be me. There you go.
Front row.
Singing along. I mean, like,
Look at
no,
you, like-
the harmony is all part of it.
yeah.
Embarrassing. People laugh. They're like, "You're back at Waitress again? I got like 3 DMs already." Like, is this a
Brilliant.
joke? Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I think that's all from me. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to
Amazing.
chat. But seriously, thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
It's
Enjoy the
really
show.
great. Yes, we absolutely will. And again, from Broadway Talks Back, see you all back at UVA. Bye, guys.